All right, guys, so we're starting a long-awaited project. This project here is for a customer of ours named Montana. You can go check out the progress up to this point on his channel. The Boosted Fam is what it's called. I'll put a link in there, and you guys can check it out. So I don't know a whole ton about what's happening here on this one. It's been to numerous different shops, and this is how it ended up at our shop. It got close to being complete at one point, and now it's here, and it's not very complete. So this is a 72 Ford F250 body on an 06, or no, not an 06, sorry, 03, 04, 60 chassis. I think it's 03. So he brought this to us, wanted us to do something with it the way it is, and it's just been so hacked up that we decided that this was not the route we wanted to go with it in our shop. And so he bought us a donor truck, and we were going to actually make this one the main project. This one's gas, of course. It's two-wheel drive, but this truck is actually going to get tore down. It's going to get the engine and transmission out of this truck, and it's going to get the axles out of this truck. So this truck's going to get Super Duty axle swapped, and then hopefully he's going to paint this one, do something nice with it. So we are going to get started. We're going to get this one on the lift, and just to get it out of the way, because we are actually going to bring the forklift in and get the cab off of this one to make it easier. We're going to test fire this engine before we pull it. He's heard it run. It's supposed to be good, but it's been sitting for quite a few years now. So we're going to test fire this one to make sure that it is good. And we got to make some room to get the forklift in to get this cab off. So I'll get you guys set up on a time lapse, and y'all can see what's going on. Alright, so now me and Hunter are going to get the doors off this one, get them put in the bed. We're going to get the hood off because the hood's good. We're going to undo the front clip, and we're going to take the cab off, and we're going to take it outside and get it out of our way. Well, that's the end of day one. Go ahead, start laughing. We got the cab, front clip, hood off this one, and tomorrow we're going to test fire it, and hopefully it runs. As y'all can see, they had to hack the firewall up pretty bad, and they were trying to piece it back together, but that's not very pretty. It's not what the customer was going for. It's not what he was looking for. So we'll do him up something different on this truck. And on this one, We are pretty well fully stripped down, ready to pull an engine. Tank will be out first thing in the morning. Trans mount's undone, exhaust's out. Motor mount bolts first thing in the morning. Alright, so we've got gas tank dropped. We're gonna get the motor and transmission plucked out. They've got pretty much everything undone and it's ready to come out. I think they're working on motor mount bolts right now, but other than that, it's ready to come out. Let's check on Casey over here.
Dealing with a rat's nest.
Yeah? Oh man, how'd you manage that?
Picked it up like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Like you can't even give them out. I'm about to just break them.
Yeah, man.
It was unusable anyways.
This is a fast that we had laying around. It's not the greatest. We use it to suck tanks out when people fill their diesels with gas. Maybe I shouldn't have told people that. This is a fast we had laying around. We'll run a little fresh diesel through it and it hopefully fire this thing up. So maybe we'll hear this thing run here in the next little bit. Nicely done. And of course we're going to have to move the gearbox up here for our Super Duty axles because our linkage is up front. So yeah, and so I mean it'll steer phenomenal, it'll stop phenomenal. That'd be sweet. It's going to ride like a Super Duty. It's going to be exactly what he wants, but the cab and the frame's going to actually match. I would almost think we can take the gearbox off. There's going to be a double D shaft right here at this rag joint somewhere. And if not, then we can find some kind of rag joint to adapt to it. And I assume we can just run a shaft from here down, and we might have to put a pillow block or something right here and then run it over to the gearbox. The crappiest part is that I can't just go somewhere in town and pick up the pieces I need. That's going to be the crappiest part. Alright, we're going to get her rolled outside and hot-seat the frame, get it cleaned up, ready to start swapping the Super Duty axles in. Good. Okay, so frame is pressure washed, hot seat, cleaned up really nice. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the suspension out of it and go ahead and probably start mocking up our Super Duty components that we have to hopefully make these axles work in this thing.
For those of you that don't know, this is your glow plug harness on a 6.0. And always grease these O-rings whenever you put them in there. Whenever you go to change your glow plugs out, they make this tool. This one happens to be snap-on, but you can get them about anywhere. And it just locks on right here, just like so. And it allows you to ease them out of the rocker box. Usually these will break, but this makes it a little easier. Glow plugs on a 7.3, 6.0, and I believe 6.4 all torqued to 14 foot-pounds. Instead of just telling y'all what's going on, I'll show you. So this is an 04 F250 chassis that this body was sitting on. So this truck has had an air dog on it once before, And it's got this piece here. This is your return line coming back from right here. And where this thing had the air dog on it, it's got this little adapter piece in here. So from here to here is all factory. So just got it looped around here underneath the frame, hooked into the FAS. This is just testing purposes. Put this in the old fuel jug. Got the power source. This is a Warren diesel injection 6.0 standalone harness. Seems like a nice piece. It's almost there. Might have to run and get some pushing water. The only thing I've noticed on this Warren harness that hasn't really added up with a 6.0 harness is this map sensor plug here. It's like a ICP sensor plug, and on a, you know, the truck that this 6-liter would have came in, that's different. This is a factory 6-liter PCM. This harness will still utilize this, but the Warren harness incorporates this PCM into its own harness. Kind of give y'all an idea of what's going on here. Here's your PCM. These two here, these run your engine. Here's your throttle. So there's a hot right here, the fusible link. That's part of the Warren harness. This one here is just running back to run the FAS. Tap them on there. You hear the FAS running back there. Give her a little cranky, see what she does. We're about to give her a little cranky, see if she pops off.
I'm gonna post this video and they're gonna be like, let's see more of Casey. Like I'll post a video without Casey or something, they'll be like,
where's Casey?
Where's Casey at?
Yeah, unsubscribe. Casey needs to come back.
Yeah. When's Casey getting his own channel?
Contact again. Of course. Contact.
Okay, so we swapped PCM out. Okay, so we ended up hooking up 2 batteries. We don't think it liked just one battery. And something we didn't even realize is when we would hook up the wires for the ECM, PCM, we had no injector cycle. And we didn't even realize it until we got both batteries hooked up. And then once we got both batteries hooked up, we got the injectors to cycle as soon as we hooked the PCM wires up. So we think we're on to something here. Still no guarantees on if it'll run or not.
Right there.
Okay, so what ended up happening, guys, was this pump would not make enough pressure. So then we got a pump off of a new body style 7.3, plumbed it in line. We're pretty certain it should run just fine now. She's making 80 PSI. Yeah, it'd be that one right there. Nothing.
There's something's up with that.
Yeah, I'd say the blue spring's a little rusty, if it even has a blue spring.
Contact.
cylinder contribution test.